Hello, I hope you're all doing well. I just finished the art journal for the human development class, and I really wanted to share it, both to kind of just help myself process uh, what I created, and also to share with you, and also to potentially inspire um, us to share ours with each other, because I know this is an assignment that we don't have to share. We just have to send to Adrian, and I'd love to know what everyone created, and just open the space uh, for sharing our work. So Sam graced me with some Play-Doh that his kids at the church that he works at worked with. So that was what I primarily worked with. So thank you, Sam, again for this multicolored array of building materials. So this is what I created. And as you can see, there's multiple different elements. So I'll kind of explain each element and then how it works together, and kind of what I was inspired by. So as all of you know, the topic for this week, the stage of development that we're working with, is the birth process, and everything that happens in the womb, and pregnancy, and birth, and early childhood. And when I was thinking of what I wanted to do, for some reason, Plato's Cave came to my mind, and kind of this connection between Plato's Cave and being in the womb and the birth process. And I kind of let it germinate in my mind for a couple days. And then kind of what came to me was this idea that being in the womb is kind of like being in the cave. Like there's a darkness to it, and even though the fetus is developing, um, and like physically developing, there's still it's still not a conscious, living, breathing human being yet. And so I was kind of playing with that idea, like light and dark, in my head. And so I created this, looks more like an archway, but it's supposed to resemble a cave. As an aside, it actually took longer than you might think to make a Play-Doh cave balance, and I'm not totally confident that it's going to stay where it is. But that's what that represents. And then I wanted to capture the birth process. So the moment that baby ceases to become something that is just living inside the mother, and now is a fully fledged human being. And so this here is the hand of the midwife, delivering the swaddled baby to the mother. And the reason I have a layer of soil here is to represent that that's where life sprouts from. So on this, on this side of the cave, there's no life, there's no soil, and this is where the life is. So this is just some sage from my house, some Chinese lanterns, some impatience. And I wanted to capture this kind of transfer of the the hand that delivered the baby to the hand that is now going to raise the baby, and the movement from darkness to light. And I think that's when I think about birth and the cycle of death to rebirth, and as it's exemplified outside of just the literal birth that we all experience, but deaths of relationships, births of new ventures. It seems to always kind of involve this movement from a lack, and a kind of a sense that there's like a gaping hole, that there's a loss, to a movement of expansion and prosperity and newness and growth. um, and there's always a hand that helps to deliver us from one stage, and then a hand that takes hold of us once we get to that new stage. That's essentially my project, and again, I'd love, of course, no pressure, but I'd love to see what you all create. This was really fun. I haven't messed around with Play-Doh in like 2 decades, so that was also just fun to kind of rekindle some childhood play and fun. It's harder than I definitely anticipated. Um, so yeah, blessings.